So there's a little town in Germany called Sumte, if I'm pronouncing that right. It's not even a town, it's a village. 102 people live there. And the mayor of this little village gets an email last month. Here, let me read it to you how the New York Times put it. Quote, in early October, the district government informed Sumte's mayor, Christian Fabel, by email that his village of 102 people just over the border in what was once communist East Germany would take in 1,000 asylum seekers. His wife, the mayor said, assured him it must be a hoax. It certainly can't be true that such a small, isolated place would be asked to accommodate nearly 10 times as many migrants as it had residents, she told him. She thought it was a joke, he said, unquote. Of course, it's not a joke. Angela Merkel, who's going through a bizarre psychological crisis over Germany, honestly, I don't think she's well, has just decided to literally let in millions of migrant Muslim men. First come, first serve. Whoever can make it, no screening, none of this women and children first business. They'll probably come later, but for now it's just a million Muslim men. Anyone who can make it. I honestly don't think she's all there anymore. I mean, look at this weirdness that I mentioned the other day. She's literally so ashamed of Germany being German, she refuses to hold a German flag. I don't get it. But look, it's happening. Probably 500,000 Muslim men in the past 6 months. For sure, 1 million more to come in 2016. But once they arrive, then what? To live where? Should Germans be kicked out of homeless shelters to make room for non-German homeless? Well, actually some Germans are being kicked out of their apartments, as we reported in this bizarre story here. But other times it'll just be entire villages like Sumte that will be taken over. 102 Germans, 750 Syrians. If you read the rest of the story in the Times, the plan is to house them in vacant office buildings. What? How does that work? Office buildings are not like apartments or houses. They don't have showers and kitchens. They don't have playrooms for kids. Oh, and Sumte doesn't even have a school. It doesn't have a police station. Oh, no worries though. I'm sure there'll be a Muslim madrassa, a religious school, set up soon enough, and Sharia patrols soon enough. But who knows? The vast majority of people pouring into Germany right now aren't even Syrian. They're from anywhere, everywhere. So don't be shocked if there are gangs, Afghan gangs versus Syrian gangs versus West African gangs. It's happened throughout Europe. So it's clear there will be no absorption of immigrants. A village of 102 people can absorb 1 or 2 families, maybe 10 people, but 750 Muslim migrants into 102 Germans, the Germans will be the ones who are absorbed. Do you think the new language of Sumte will continue to be German? Do you think, the newspaper of choice will be Die Welt, or maybe it'll be Al Jazeera? Do you think the music listened to will be Beethoven, or rather the call to prayer from the new mosques that will be set up? Do you think women's rights will continue to be the norm? Or do you think it'll be burkas and niqabs now? Hey, last question. 750 uninvited Muslim migrants are pouring into Sumte. What do we call the 102 Germans who are probably going to flee? Are they refugees? Would we call them migrants? Or do we simply call anyone who doesn't want to live in Eurabia, do we just call them racist? Because that's so much easier than dealing with this absurd Western suicide. For the Rebel.Media, I'm Ezra Levant.